Hey guys, today I'm going to be reacting to a video called Best Medieval Castles in France. This one, it's quite weird. It's like it's bricks. It looks quite German. Okay, that one, I like the roof, like it's black, it's very different. Oh. Okay, I love this one. It looks like the villain's lair. This one looks very modern for some reason. Love this one. It's quite like weird looking. This one looks like an actual house. Like I can imagine someone living in something like this these days. This one looks quite old. Very pretty but old. Oh, okay. This one looks expensive. It's like a fortress. Oh, I love all those gardens. Those flowers are very pretty. Okay, quite like stark. I like that it's in the middle of like the woods. Oh, okay, this one looks like it's straight out of fairy tale. Absolutely, yes. Oh my god, that one's in water. I love that. I love this one. Oh, okay, this one's very different. I love the tower. This one's gorgeous. Love that grass. So green, so pretty. Okay, this one also looks like what I would imagine like the rich people in the town live in something like this. Oh my god, they have a flag. What is that flag? Also, this one looks incredibly big. Oh my god, I love this one. Is that stone? I love those walls. This one's actually located. Where is this located? Like it looks like in the middle of nowhere in the mountains. This one's also quite nice, quite small, I have to say. It looks small. Probably this one. Okay, love that one. What are those red towers and all those trees? Another, is this a lake? Okay, this one's very big. Okay, this one also looks like a house. Okay, what an entrance. Love this one. Is that, it looks like a parking space. Oh, I love this, like, is that a turret? Love that turret. Incredible, love that. Another one, this one's so weird, but in a good way. It's quite, like, minimalist. Another, what are those, like, I love those around, like, those turrets, towers. Like, this one has a lot of things. This one looks like a painting. What is this? That's so weird. This looks like in the middle of the beach. I love how great this one is. It's very uniform. I love, okay, this one's very like, I love those little windows. It looks like an attic. This one looks like something like a toy, like a children's toy. Incredible. I love all those towers. I love that one. And this is in the middle of the woods. Okay, love this one. Also looks straight out of fairy tale. This one as well looks like, I can imagine like a fairy tale being like set in something like this. Oh my god, those gardens are stunning. Oh my god, and are those pine trees? What are those? Looks like Christmas trees. Oh my god, okay, this one's so crazy. Like the two like towers are symmetrical. Okay, this one as well. It looks like a rocket ship, like the tower. This one, also love this one. It's very like autumn. This one looks very big as well. How many towers are they like in here? This one looks like straight out of the medieval period. Like this is exactly what I imagine when I think of a medieval castle. That's what I think of. Love this white, this combo of like this gray and blue. Are those chimneys? Oh, okay. This one's massive. This is like quite weird. These two like look alike. Oh my god, they have like blue, like they're all that blue. I love this one. Oh my god, this one too is so pretty. And they have gardens. Oh my god, I love it. Ah, that one's gorgeous. It looks like a children's like toy. Oh my god, these ones are so charming. Is that the entrance? Oh my god, I love all of this. They're so blue. Okay, this is more scaled back. Is that a lake? What is this? A fountain? Oh, okay. This one's also like, I love the two little chimneys. Is this the entrance? It looks very weird. That's stone. Okay, this is definitely the entrance. It looks like the entrance to a town, and it's just like, it's a castle. Okay, definitely this one's incredibly weird. It looks like a bridge of some sort. This one also looks kind of weird. Love this one. It's fortified, and it has like 3,000 towers. Okay, this one's actually very beautiful. I can see the painting, like it was like orange, like that wasn't the original color. Oh, this one's in the middle of like the field as well. Okay, love it. This one also looks like a children's like toy. It looks like a perfect castle. Oh my god, why that one only has like one window? What's up with that? Very few windows. This one looks British, of like a sort of like a British castle. I don't know how to explain it. Is it like two parts? How come it's like two parts? Is that the same castle? Okay, this one looks like an actual city. Is this just one castle? Oh, this is in a lake. And what's up with that first? What's up with that thing? Like, is it the entrance? Okay, this one also looks like very medieval. It looks kind of scary, I have to say. Another, like, fortified situation? Okay, this one also looks like a hotel. Okay, love this one. It's in the middle of the lake, in the water. Like, who doesn't love that? Another more blue. I love that color of blue. This one, compared to the other one, this one looks a little more like Stark stoic. Oh, it's just like a bunch of towers. Is this a castle? Oh my god, that one looks very particular. Like it's just like alone on a hill with a bunch of trees. Okay, I love this one. It was I don't know like which one was my favorite. I don't know. I have so many. I do have to say the ones I think I'm sorry, but the ones that are just like blue with all that blue, they're usually like white and sort of like or gray with the blue like towers, the blue ceilings. Those were definitely my favorite. I don't know what's up with that. Was that like a particular like famous or popular combination of colors in medieval France? I'm surprised because there was like this whole selection of like there's like all of them are very similar in the color combo. Is it because of that, or did you just like paint it like they're recently painted just because it looks, I don't know, it looks nice? But I'm surprised by the fact that there's like a lot of them in that color combo. Maybe I have to admit I don't really know much about like building in the medieval age, but I do have to imagine that it is that way because again it was probably like a famous thing to do back in the day. Maybe it's the popular sort of like decor all the rage. Like we have castles, our castles are gonna be like white with blue. Like maybe it was a particular like fun combination to have back in those days. But I love all of them, especially like all of them look like very no, enchanting. Like I can see like, oh, I can see like, I can imagine like a princess living there, but a princess, not like an actual princess of like a modern princess, but a medieval princess, a fairy tale princess of like a story that is not real. I can like imagine them living in something like this, which is crazy because obviously, like, if it's a fairy tale, if it's something that's not, it's a story for like children, probably because we're talking about like princess. It's not, it's like, okay, that's not real, but I can't believe the castle is actually real. That to me is, it's like, okay, but it exists. Like, I can imagine it because like the building itself exists. It like lends itself for you to like think and let your imagination run wild. But a lot of them look like replicas of like, when you like, usually when little girls have like doll houses, the doll houses usually, like, they are sort of like, now come to think about it, and I was like thinking of this when I was looking at all those clips of the castles. I'm thinking, like, again, like, doll houses usually are not usually like an actual house, for, it's not like a normal house. They're more like something of this sort, like they're actually castles. So when I was watching it, I was like thinking, they all look like children's, like, when doll houses, but I think it's like doll houses are made to look like this. They are made to look like medieval castles, which is, like, I have to say, probably something obvious, but I never really made the connection up until like this day when I was looking at this, and I'm like, okay, they all look like very similar to what I would expect, like, for a little girl to like love in the, when they ask for like this present of like, oh, I want a doll house. I'm thinking of something like this. So I think maybe, I don't know if it exists, but maybe like if you have a kid and like you have like a girl and they want like, oh, I want like a dollhouse, maybe you can make them a replica of like this, of like these beautiful castles, especially the ones that are like sort of like white and gray with like the blue ceilings. Maybe like you can get them made, like, let's just make a replica of like, I don't know, like, well, how much is it? Like half a meter? I don't really know. I don't have no notion of like how big something is. But are those like, usually they're kind of big. All these doll houses are like for you to play in. Like there's something like this. I don't know, like this. You can make a replica of this. How hard would it be? I have no idea, but it would be an awesome present, I think, for a kid that obviously is in that age where they want to play with dolls. Make them a replica of one of these castles. Like, they're gonna be so happy. Like, it's gonna be incredible. And I know, because the facade is already there, so how hard can it be? probably very hard. I don't really know what the material, like, I don't know, for something like this would be. Maybe wood, I don't know. But again, it's just a little food for thought. I think it would be a great present idea for a kid. But yes, those were probably like my favorite ones, just because they look like so enchanting. I think it reminds me of like, yeah, when you're like a kid playing with dolls, like you're thinking of like the prince, a princess lives in something like this. And I can see like the inspiration behind, like, I love those fairy tales. Like, it's very easy to see them like that. I also have to say, like, I like to see like how sort of like different they all were. I can't, because I don't really know anything about architecture, but I can see like the different sort of like influences in the different castles. Like, some of them were a little more like stark in the sense that they didn't really have that many ornaments. They were just like plainer, and they were sort of like drab almost, like, compared to some of them. Again, like, especially like the more ornated like ones, they look like so kind of sad. Like, it looks a little drab. I hate to say it, but it's like they're charming in their own way, but it's more like they're interesting in different kinds of ways. And a lot of them, some of them were like, wow, it's so beautiful that I don't think you can compete. Like, okay, because they're so decorated that you can't really compete with like the ones that are more just, like in gray, like in those like colors that maybe do not catch your eye that much. But I thought they are all very interesting or beautiful in their own way. Like, they all have like a little something. But again, I can see like the differences between like different like, I don't know how to say it, like different. No, because it's not just artists. Maybe it's just like periods of time, different like cultures. Because a lot of them reminded me of like castles, what I would think of like a medieval castle in England. I'm thinking of something like this. I don't know, because I think when I think of like a medieval castle in France, I'm imagining something very specific. It is more like a lot of ornaments, a lot of like the blue ones one, like there's a lot of like things and little details. But maybe it's because I'm thinking of something like Versailles, but I know that Versailles was, that wasn't a medieval castle. So it is, maybe that's the difference, and maybe that's why I relate like a lot of these castles with like I don't know the British. I don't know why, or again something maybe more a little bit more German, not or just like in the Central Europe, not maybe specifically like Germany, but you know just like different parts of Europe that are more a little I don't know neutral, maybe less decorated for me to say. I don't know, something of the sort. But I like to see like all the different details and all the differences they have between like these castles. And again, like how many castles there were, like I don't know, maybe over 20, which is crazy. It's like how many castles do they actually have in France? And this is just the medieval ones. Again, it's not the ones that came later, because I know Versailles is probably the most famous one, and I know that was built I think a little bit later. I don't know if it can be considered medieval, but I'm pretty sure it's not. So it is like, okay, again, how many castles do these people have? And it's incredible that they are still standing after, you know, the medieval period, which was what, for 300, like around the year like 1300, 1500. I think that's sort of like the medieval ages, but probably even earlier. So it is kind of crazy that we still can look at this, and probably I think a lot of them you're able to enter. So it is kind of like, it's incredible for me to like say like you can actually like go visit this. This is incredible. But also, I think I have to say, beside the ones that are already mentioned, that they're probably my favorite ones, the ones that are like very weird looking because they're very like, they have something that's like a little special, a little different. I think those are, I would also love to visit those. Like there was one that was just very symmetrical in that they had like two towers and then like two like smaller towers. I don't know how to explain it, but it was very weird. And a lot of them actually looked like, I can see people, like I've seen houses that are very similar, you know, modern houses that are a little bit like that. So it is like, I can actually like see people living there these days, because I think more, and not all of them, obviously I know that not everyone looks like that, but there are some houses that are built these days that do not have anything, like they are very similar to some of these castles. So it is like, okay, that's crazy. Like your house literally looks like a medieval castle in France. Like what a way, like what you can brag about it. Like, yeah, my house looks like a medieval castle in France, because I know that there are some houses that are they definitely look like that. And also I have to say, love all the ones that are like very different, because there's something very different. I love, there was like a black one and one that looked incredible. Like it was literally what I imagined, like a villain in a fairy tale story. Like I imagined something like this. And one of them, others were, look, again, some of them were charming and some of them were very inviting, and others were like, this is making me kind of like, oh, if I were like a lone traveler, I wouldn't want to spend the night in something like this, because I'd be scared of something bad happening. So it is kind of crazy also how all those castles, they have like little, I don't know, like vibes, auras that really are like, you can just imagine so many things, and you can just let your imagination run wild, because there are like so many things that call to mind when you're like looking at all these like clips, and especially when you're seeing a selection like this. It's kind of crazy. Like, wow, I can imagine like so many things. It's incredible for you to like just, you know, think about so many stories, and again, just like let your imagination and your creative side run, because, you know, it's what a great inspo for, you know, for creative people. If you're like, you're looking for an idea for a story, or if you're like writing something, I don't know, I think this is great inspo, just because it really evokes like so many things. And yeah, it's incredible that architecture can do that. And, you know, as humans, you know, you build this, and, you know, 400 years, 500 years later, like we're seeing it like this, and we're getting like a lot of inspiration from seeing them. But that was it for today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.